Hello and welcome. I am coming to you from my office in beautiful Westport, Connecticut to share some strategies that I have been using to cope with COVID-19 and this pandemic that we are all experiencing right now. A little background, I'm an intuitive counselor and coach, and I am impacted by this somewhat directly because our town was one of the first towns to be impacted by this in the US. And in fact, we just made the New York Times, so yay. But despite that, and despite being near ground zero, one of the current hot pockets of viral outbreak, I will tell you that all is well. And so one of the things that I wanted to share with you today is ways in which we can recognize that even when the outside world is crazy as heck, and boy, it's crazy right now, we can still find that inner stillness inside. We can still find peace. We can still find that break and refuge from the fear. And friends, this is so very important because when our nervous system and our minds are steeped in fear, it actually has a negative effect on our well-being, right? And because we are all connected right now, and because we are all being called to serve by this planetary crisis, when we are stuck in fear, we are also contributing to that mass panic and that mass energy of fear on this planet Earth. Now, I will tell you in my own experience, this has been, challenging. This has been a practice. How can I respond to what's going on in the outside world responsibly and respectfully without going into panic? And also as an empath, as someone who feels the energies of others and feels the emotional vibe of the planet right now. And those of you who are empaths probably know what I mean. The challenge too is to stay centered and grounded in my very own space and not get swept away by the fears and pains of all that's going on around me. Now, my guidance wants me to share with you right now, and I'm going to just tune in and really get that right, that there is not as much to fear as we all think. And that it's really important right now that within these fearful times and the spread of fear across our planet, that we do make time for ourselves to hold that vibration of peace. This doesn't mean that I'm telling you to go outside right now and lick the subway poles or kiss your neighbor, or please be safe. Follow recommended protocols. Take care of yourselves, because the energy of fear is really, really persuasive, and the risks are really, truly, something that you want to be mindful of. But what I am saying is that you can respond appropriately to the situation without panicking. And friends, if you find yourself panicking right now, please don't judge that, okay? Because it's natural and normal. And again, the planet is really the energy of fear is quite high right now. And we have lots of things. Some people are afraid about the epidemic. Some people are afraid, if we're in the United States, about the state of our government. Some people are afraid about the economy. Some people are afraid about everything. And friends, I want you to honor that and know it's okay. I've had my own fears, over the last couple of weeks, and my own things to deal with, and that is totally fine. But what's coming through and what I want to share with you is that you don't have to be in fear all the time, and that what you can use all these fearful experiences and opportunities as an opportunity to go inside and find that well of peace and calm. And that the more we can do that through this crisis, the more we'll heal ourselves, our planet, and the collective of humanity. All right, so here we go. I'm going to teach you all a brief meditation to go inside and have a little bit of a break and find that inner peace. And friends, you can use this whenever you like, as many times as you like. So, and you can adapt it however you like, but this is what's coming through right now for me to share with you. So I'm going to invite everyone to just get comfortable. You can sit, you can lie down, you can stand, whatever works for you. And then just take a few moments to come back into yourself and tune into your breath. Just start to notice the experience of breathing without judging it. Just start to become present with that gentle rise and fall of your chest. The sensation of the air as it leaves your nostrils and enters your nostrils. There you go. And for some people, focusing on the breath is not the place to start, and that's fine. Do what works for you. So now I'm going to invite you all to bring all of your energy and attention into your physical body. Just as you watch the breath now move deeper and deeper into your lungs, into your diaphragm, into your belly. Imagine too that your energy, all of your energy, is moving into your physical form. Oftentimes when we are in fear, we have the tendency to want to leave our bodies because our bodies do not feel like a comfortable place to be. So I'm inviting you now to reclaim that inner space and bring your body, your energy back into your physical form, because when we are grounded and centered in our bodies, we are actually far more powerful and far more present. Beautiful. And now I invite you, very most especially, to pay attention to your tailbone and the base of your spine. And imagine if you can just bring all your energy and attention to the base of your spine right now. And imagine that from the base of your spine, you can connect with maybe a root or a cord or an anchor, dropping that down from the base of your spine and into the earth. And with each inhale and exhale, please imagine that root or that cord getting stronger and moving deeper and deeper into the earth. For those of you who are more visually oriented, you can imagine that beautiful cord or root moving down through the layers of earth and rock and soil and water, all the way down to that fiery hot center of the earth. And when you get to the center, please imagine locking it in. The center of the earth is beautiful and magical. It is a great well of energy and a great transmutative power, where whatever we release into the earth, whatever we connect with, is transmuted back to pure, beautiful, neutral, loving, kind energy. And also right now, the earth needs our connection. It needs our heart. It needs our love, so that she can continue to support and sustain us through these difficult times. So please, again, take a moment to really allow that connection to be firm and strong, and imagine that you can feel the beautiful love and support of our planet Earth, holding you, loving you, and supporting you. You may also want to imagine connections through the soles of your feet. There are little trap doors in the soles of your feet, and you can grow roots from there too. I'm sitting cross-legged right now, and I still have those little roots going through my feet, but you can also put your feet on the floor if that helps you make the connection. Beautiful. And just notice what that feels like. And for some of you, as you make this connection, you might feel a little bit of sadness or a little bit of emotion come up. That is okay. Allow yourself right now to just really connect with the earth and know that, we're in this together. And also, she has that beautiful, loving, transmuting power. So we'll allow her to do her magic as well. So beautiful. And as we root into the earth, we can imagine both projecting our own loving energy into her soils and also drinking up the love that she has to share with us and making that beautiful connection. And now I invite you to put one hand on your heart and the other on your belly and really feel that connection between your heart and your abdomen, and really imagine that you can bring up some of that energy from the earth and really your very own energy and concentrate it now between your two hands. You can imagine that your spinal column is like a magnet and it's bringing back any energy, and most of you are already really present right now, but any other energies that might have gotten scattered throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout the crisis, pulling it back from social media, from the news, anywhere that you might have gotten lost in fear, the trance of fear, or really anything else, and just pulling back your energy and only your energy right into the center line of your body. And as you start to pull it back, you might feel some emotion, you might feel some things come up. Don't worry about that. As we bring it centered, it will be purified and come back to peace. But sometimes in order to get there, we have to feel our feelings for just a moment. Fantabulous. I can see how beautiful you are all looking right now. And the last thing I'm going to invite you all to do is to bring your attention to the very crown of your head and imagine that you can open a little trapdoor right from the crown of your head and connect from the crown of your head all the way up to the heavens, all the way up to the most beautiful, brightest star that you can possibly imagine. And friends, that star is you. That star is your highest wisdom and guidance. That star is your highest self. And imagine that you can connect up there. And if the word self is triggering for you, you can just imagine connecting up to Source, to God, whatever resonates with you works perfectly. But just imagine that beautiful, bright, shining star. I always see the color gold or a sun. And imagine that you can connect right out through your heart, through your throat, your third eye, the center of your head, and all the way out to the top of the crown of your head, bringing in that energy, making that connection, and inviting in all your own divine energy right into your physical body. Allow that energy to move down your spine. Allow it to mix with any earth energy in your heart. And just take a moment to notice what it feels like to be centered and grounded in your own spirit. Right? What I love about this visualization is that it reminds us that during our time here on earth, we walk in both realms. We walk in the realm of the spirit, in our highest divine selves, but we also bring that energy and ground it here through our experiences on earth. And friends, that is what we are all being called to do right now during this crisis. We are all being called to release the fears, our own fears and the fears of humanity, and to know and to make that connection between our highest selves and our human selves so that humanity collectively can grow. But now, for you all, just notice what this feels like to really be connected and centered in this beautiful way. You can imagine your whole body feeling with this beautiful divine energy. Imagine it emanating right out of your heart, that mixture of divine and earthly energies, that perfect mix for you, that beautiful loving energy. And you can imagine it too, is just the pure energy of unconditional love emanating from your heart, both the front and the back of your heart. Flowing, purifying. This is not the human love where we feel attached to things. It's just pure, true, unconditional love. And you don't need to understand that with your mind. Just feel it with your being. And allow that to fill every cell of your body. Allow that to spill out from around your body and filling up a beautiful bubble of love and light all around you. Imagine that your bubble is igniting other people's bubbles to do the same. So just by walking in your own light right now, you are awakening the light in others. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to force. You just have to be. Isn't that beautiful? And notice again how wonderful that feels. Check again, friends, because sometimes as we get into this loving earthly energy, we lose our connection and our grounding. So again, I'm checking again to make sure that my connection to the earth remains really strong through all of this, that I can ground in this amazing feeling that I'm having right now and really bring it into my daily human existence and human life. So rooting back down into the earth. And bringing all of that loving kindness also to planet Earth. Loving her, thanking her, honoring her, and knowing that we are loved and supported by her. So I invite you all now to tune back into the breath. Come back into your bodies, come back into the room. Know that you can carry this beautiful, calm, peaceful, loving energy with you throughout your days. And if for a moment you forget and you find yourself spinning in fear or worry, just take a minute to tune into your breath. And you can bring all of this back for you throughout your days and throughout the days that come. Thank you all so much for your time. Know that you're all beautiful beings, that you're safe and well and whole, and that you are loved. Namaste.